Question number 22nd. It reads, is it possible that after an elastic oblique collision between two identical uniform balls, one of them will stop? If yes, then find the necessary conditions. So we know when there is an elastic collision taking place between the identical balls, then their velocities along the line of impact are exchanged, and these velocities are exchanged just after the collision. So whatever the velocities they have just before the collision, then the velocity just after the collision will be exchanged in the direction along the line of impact. So that's a rule we know as a fact. We can prove it. So you must have proved it earlier. Now the question is about the possibility that there is oblique collision. That's why this line of impact become very important, and elastic between the two identical objects. And we are demanding that one should stop. Now one of the two balls will come to rest if this ball which is coming to rest has velocity along the line of impact only, and the another object with which this is colliding has no component of its velocity along the line of impact, because the velocities along the line of impact are going to be exchanged. If our first object has velocity only along the line of impact and another object does not have any component along the line of impact, then you'll find the first ball will have the velocity 0 along the line of impact just after the collision, after this exchange. And since it had the velocity only along the line of impact, that means it will have no perpendicular other component. That means it will come to halt. And that's what the question is intending for. So we can say the two balls need to be moving to achieve this thing. So these two balls need to be moving in the perpendicular directions, and the line of impact should be along one of these two perpendicular directions. Meaning, let's consider this ball moving towards right and this ball is moving towards upward direction. So in this case, they will be colliding obliquely. Now, where the line of impact is going to be, as per this statement, we need to have a line of impact along this velocity direction. So let's say when they are colliding, this is the scenario at the point of contact or during the collision. So you'll find this is going to be the line of impact, and the first particles or ball's velocity was along the line of impact, and the second ball's velocity had no component along the line of impact. So the velocities along the line of impact is going to be exchanged. That means you'll find the second ball will get the velocity v1 in the rightward direction. So second ball got a velocity along this rightward direction as v1. It had v2 earlier, so it will have a 2 component. However, this first ball will have velocity exchanging from this along the line of impact. So this second ball had no velocity along the line of impact, so it will get no velocity along the line of impact. So along the line of impact, its velocity will become 0, and it had no component perpendicular, so that means it will come to rest. So that means these are the conditions we are talking about. So from here we can say, yes, this is possible that one of the body or ball comes to rest, and the necessary condition is that the velocities has to be perpendicular, and the line of impact must come along one of the velocity. So then one object will come to rest. So that's the necessary condition. So this is how we can say, in case of elastic oblique collision, one object can come to rest if the colliding objects are identical. Okay, thank you.